This sound like Mike Blank.
You are now tuned in.
You are now tuned in
To the Vicious and Delicious Podcast.
Hey man, turn my shit up. Ooh, this shit about to be crazy.
Let's get it.
Hey, yo, tune in or get the fuck out.
That's my weekly yum yum.
Hell no.
Alright, let's start the damn show.
Live from the Pleasure Palace, this is the Vicious and Delicious Podcast, starring myself, the essence of excellence, the master of ceremony himself, Mr. Blackstone. Of course, I got my podcast partner in crime, the unstoppable Mr. Big Rob. How the folks, Big Rob?
Man, you know the fucking vibe. It's your man, Big Rob, a.k.a. the Excessive Overlord.
Yes, sir.
A.k.a. Racist Voorhees.
Yes, sir.
A.k.a. Robert Atwood, the creator and star of the hit Hulu TV series The Real Niggas Tale, Season 6 this week.
This week, dropping soon.
The illegitimate son of Morris Day, because my mama had that jungle love.
O-E-O-E-O.
A.k.a. the Pied Piper PPP Long, because all my shit is forgiven, nigga.
Forgiveness.
The Elon Musk EBT call.
Elon Musk.
The dance hall there, the Kawhi Pond McCockett.
One pun, Nick
Mr. Jackson Esquire.
Esquire.
Reverend Jackson, because I put the summer for that paper like I'm Creflo Dollar.
Creflo Dollar Bill.
The human Newport, because even if they ban me, niggas is still gonna fuck with me.
Surgeon General.
The Sneaker Goats.
That's right.
Last and certainly not least, the greatest of all time, the grimiest of all time,
Yes, sir.
one half of Vicious and Delicious, episode 8. Let's do this. It's been forever.
We in here. It's always gonna be fun. Back for the last time. Back for the first time. Oh man, welcome to the show, man. We back at the same man. Episode 8, y'all.
Nice to see y'all again. I know it's been a while. Yeah.
Oh man, we've been moving and grooving and grinding, you know what I'm saying? So it's all going down, man. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for tuning in. YouTube folks, people listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out to Spotify. But yeah, man. Let's go ahead and jump on in, man. Let's go ahead and get down there, run down. We gotta see what's been going on in our world, in our lives. So, Big Rob, what's been going on with you, man? Tell us what's going on in your world.
Oh man, you know, still the day job that sometimes is a night job and sometimes is a morning job. They keep me gainfully employed. So,
There you go.
These you can't see my feet right now, but these weren't cheap. So
Check the footwork.
yeah, you know, I'm so serious.
Now you gotta do it.
Check the footwork.
Yeah.
But you know, it's all good. So
Right.
shout out to them.
Floss.
Yeah, give me a regular schedule.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my coworkers that are Vicious and Delicious fans. I might have gaslit them into listening to the show, but it's all good. What's going on with you?
Necessary. Right?
Exactly.
Necessary.
Oh, by the way, happy birthday to my mom. I didn't forget. So
Hey, happy birthday.
on behalf of me, Black Snow, and our third member of the team, Coach Mitchell, my brother. Happy birthday to my mom, Kathy Jackson,
And many more.
and many more.
Yes. You say what's up with me?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's been kind of rough for your boy, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Yeah, man, the last job really didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Really wasn't for me. I got a lot of benefits from having it, but one of the things that I had to move on got me another one, so we doing that.
Right.
That's been going on pretty good, so, you know, it was like tough. Almost like 2 weeks.
Hey, you see my man here? Like a Big Sean song, they always bounce back.
Right,
You feel
man.
me?
Yeah, man, God's good. But, yeah, besides that, man, been hanging out with the family a little bit.
Yeah, take catching up. No, you ain't doing nothing wild on Twitter, right?
No.
no inappropriate likes or shit like that. You know?
Nah, I like a couple of retweets, but
nothing too crazy.
ain't nothing I said. But, yeah.
That's an inside joke. You'll
Be
find
careful
out.
what you like out there, boy. It's like,
We can see that shit.
we can see that. People, you really
And
should
if we can see it, that means everybody can see it.
govern yourself accordingly.
To quote my man Terrence Thornton, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know, man. Don't be out here getting in trouble, dry snitching on yourself.
Yeah.
Doing dumb stuff.
Don't be dry snitching, baby.
Yeah. He on there and there showing feet.
He had a third stripping on the neck. Oh, shit. Oh, nigga, you be clicking on the banner ass. It goes wrong. That's why you should got the virus now.
Man. Oh, man. That's not even a real person, dog. Anyway, Hey, y'all be careful. Hey, check your browser history.
Yeah.
And delete what you need to delete.
For those words to the unwise, your two favorite words: Incognito Browsers.
Man, stay thirsty, my friend. Anyway, man, let's move on to what's going on with these damn weirdos in Hollywood and in entertainment and all other. What's up? Oh, we got breaking news.
We got some breaking news.
Oh, wait a minute.
Before, like, this is huge, folks. This is huge.
You see? Okay, what's up?
This is huge. I don't know if anybody knew this, but legendary rapper DMX passed away.
What?
I can't believe it myself.
Oh man.
Damn, X, so classic.
Hey, we should have did a show about it.
We should have did a whole episode about this very early in our run. Hey, we could talk about our favorite albums.
There goes our black.
Oh shit, there goes our black card. But we gotta be on top of these things.
You gotta be on top of these
Stacy Dash was at the forefront of black culture.
That's right. She was in Clueless. So.
Yeah, she was clueless.
And she David Dash's
cousin. And in many ways, she is clueless.
Yeah.
Especially in this regard, because as we all know, the legendary Earl Simmons passed away last March.
Yeah.
March 2021, RP X, of course. But for, the original, how do I say this?
Area? Bimbo?
I was going to be nice about it. The
first Meghan Markle? Meghan Markle?
Meghan Markle. The original Meghan Markle. Just recently found out that DMX passed away.
She probably just recently found out she's still black.
Yeah, she probably looked at him.
Even though she's like 3 shades lighter now.
Even though she on that Sammy Sosa shit. Like she going through a Neapolitan phase.
She gotta buy that bleaching cream.
Yeah. I don't bleach. I always been this color.
That's really that's like an epidemic after, man.
Yeah, been a while ago. But I don't think
No. They're like using
bleaching and shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like naturally, natural African, beautiful dark skinned people are like really like hating the color of skin, man.
It's almost as if they're all subconsciously victims of some sort of European colonization led by a particular nation. I don't mean to be saying this covertly to be leading us into our next segment, but
if y'all didn't know, the Queen died, and I thought the same thing.
Aretha Bende. Something happened to Latifah?
And then I know black people was shook when they heard that. But no, the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth II, which is weird. Can you tell people are having sex with their cousins when their daughter, when their girls were juniors? I think it's a world thing. But yeah, man, one of the Targaryens passed away.
Oh shit! But just be serious for a moment.
They're gonna ride her off on her dragon. Draconis.
I don't know.
They go ahead and let her set her off.
I know House of Dragons just started, but ain't it a little early for the series finale?
Yeah. Oh man.
But in all seriousness, the queen is dead.
Yeah. R.P. Shane's son.
Oh man, look. When Betty White died, I already had my sad for an old white woman quota filled. So
yeah, man, we lost our.
Yeah.
Is Betty White like there like Ruby? Ruby D or
Yeah. Like I saw somebody said, check on your white friends. They versus Cicely Tyson.
Yeah, right. So there's that. But anyway, yes. Queen
Elizabeth passed away at the age of 96.
Mayonnaise hate after that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll probably be banned from that.
So I mean, she lived to be 96.
I don't know if you've ever been banned from the country before. It takes up so little time. As someone who's not allowed in Costa Rica. But yeah, she passed away after a long battle of.
I can go back to Bangkok.
Yeah. After a long battle of benefiting from the ill-gotten gains of her ancestors, she finally passed away. I know a lot of people around the world are sad. They're usually of the Yakub variety.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of people, particularly of this shade and other, indigenous people in the world, aren't that broken up about it.
If you know your history, you ain't too broken up.
Now you
can have a good heart and be able to, forgive and forget. Don't get me wrong, she didn't start.
She ain't started, but she definitely didn't stop.
Well, mean, she was the one that kind of put it into some of it eventually, but
fair,
in a way. I mean,
right,
there's apartheid after that, but yeah, I mean, it is.
Exactly.
And then, Australia. You can throw Australia there too, which is basically.
I'll put it this way: there's a reason why we both speaking English right now.
Yeah, right.
I put it that way.
We're from like the Congo right now.
Yeah.
From the nation of Shaka Zulu.
Right. We're not. Yeah.
Proud nation of Shaka Zulu. But no, I mean, it's. She was a figurehead, She was.
I mean, she didn't really rule England, but yeah.
And I think, depending on you ask, possibly she could have been an awful person, but maybe just an okay person. Maybe just,
Only as Meghan Markle was.
Just, just an old lady with, old people. It's hard to kind of change.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been trying not to be super not nonchalant about the fact she died, because she's still a person who died. I mean, she left. How many kids she have?
Charles and. Wait a minute, one of our sons in like a fucking sex scandal? Like fairly recently?
Let's be quick.
Andrew or whatever his name was? Prince Andrew?
I know that was her husband.
See, at this point, it's all the same. But you one of them, Prince Charles' brother and or father.
Her cousin.
A cousin, yeah.
Her cousin.
Yeah, I remember that, but
I don't know, did she? But she had, how many kids? She had like 2 or 3, right?
It's a rare, outside of Prince Charles, I'm really not that sure. I mean,
I used to know.
I mean, I feel like it kind of has to have beaten in your head, even though we're Americans. But like, because it's like all the other people, they have families and shit, so they have to be related somehow. So I feel
I know after the law of secession,
Fergie and all people, like, not from the Black Eyed Peas, but
yeah.
Remember when she was popping for a while?
Yeah.
Maybe we might be too young for her, but yeah.
But yeah, she passed away.
She died yesterday. Yeah, she died.
Yeah.
Apparently so did DMX. But anyway.
Yes, according to
Stacy Dash, yeah. But yeah, she passed away, I guess long live King Charles. Whatever.
For all friends in great,
to all the fans over there in England. I mean, if you still are, but if you fuck with us, you probably ain't really fucking with the royal family anyway.
Yeah, you gotta understand. The truth is the truth. But R.I.P. to her and her people, and those who loved her. She wasn't,
But
she wasn't a devil or anything, so whatever.
But she might be instigating the house of takeover in hell.
Oh man, we better go viral.
Ooh boy. But she didn't just die yesterday. She did leave one more gift to the world.
What was it?
The opportunity to be mean for all time for the entity that is the beloved Black Twitter.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
How we love it.
How we love Black
Twitter. Are afraid of, enjoy, infamous,
beloved that is Black Twitter.
Beloved.
Like we were talking about it before the show, like
the memes were
chef's kiss.
Mwah.
The one with Prince Charles in bed, like Prince Charles before first day school fit. Yeah.
Prince Charles at Queen Elizabeth's deathbed. TikTok, motherfucker.
Also, they have to change the national anthem in England, so it's not now it's God Save the King. Like,
It's just gonna change one word, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can change pronouns that fast in England if you're a song, but maybe not if you're a person.
You know what?
Shout out to all y'all that voted for the Brexit.
I know it's not possible, but I say instead of instead of secession to King Charles,
shout out to King and Ring Turner.
We should go ahead and just put the appoint new queens, give it to Elton John.
Yeah, he's earned it.
Yeah, and he got enough, kicking him. And he's only half the age.
He's a queen anyway. Yeah.
So possibly a couple 40 more years out of it.
I'd be for that. Fuck it. Music might be better.
Right, imagine the royal recession with playing
the piano,
Crocodile Rock.
Yeah.
Shout out to Elton John.
Yeah, but I mean, legendary Elton John.
Legend.
I mean, with Mick Jagger or something, he probably won't be king.
Yeah, he's like a casino knight.
He might be, yeah.
I think he got knighted.
I'm pretty sure.
A lot of those old
British rock stars,
British rockers been knighted. I know Elton John's a knight.
Yeah, Paul McCartney. A few others. Why you didn't get his knight Kanye? I'd be for.
That'd be kind of cool.
Sir Kanye was.
God, Kanye, but I'm not a knight, I'm a god.
Yeah. He's like taking over.
What does that mean to? What does livelihood mean to a guy?
But what if you like turn Buckingham Palace to like an easy outlet?
They do a pop-up shop.
Yeah. Speaking of Kanye, of course, he's on another one of his beloved Twitter rants or Instagram rant in this case.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I mean, and like everything he says, it's partly insane, partly absolutely hilarious,
Yep.
and partly deep because you know there's always a little few jewels in there that kind of get overshadowed. But there's some things in there that he makes some great points on.
Well, yeah. Anytime you gotta pull out $500 shirts or hoodies out of a hamper,
Yeah,
it's culture.
yeah.
Put my shit in the hamper like I told you to.
That's like some. That's like
No hang. It's like what's that? Bobby Doers.
no wire.
No wire.
Beating the shit out the CEO of the Gap and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to his whole beef with Adidas, who, while he's right that they are literally stealing his designs, the only issue is you signed the deal, so when you
Kind of owned it.
I mean, like he owns the name,
Right. They own
which
it.
is why they can't call them Yeezy. They do the YSY thing, so they can kind of say it's him, and then like that's why that's the main reason. Like when they do release this shit, they don't do general release and they drop the price up.
So, how much is the YSYs compared to like the Yeezy shit?
They're actually on the fairly more affordable side.
I'm guessing they probably would.
Yeah,
How much
they're,
is a pair of YSYs?
the last time I looked for a pair of YSYs, not even the slides, but the actual like runners, they were like between 120.
Okay, and I know Yeezy is like fucking
Yeah, which are like
$500 shoes,
especially now.
Yeah.
Because you know if the split actually happens, and it's gonna just deal with that, the resale market is gonna fucking explode for those. Because I mean, like if he starts his own brand, like I mean, it's gonna be worse because it's like the distribution is gonna be less, so there's gonna be even fewer releases, which is gonna make the market even more saturated.
Yeah.
But the good thing is it'll actually be a black-owned sneaker company,
Which is cool.
which you don't have. We have literally one.
I mean, we do, but we don't.
Yeah,
But they're like mom and pop.
right. I mean, like that'd be the one thing though if he did.
They do. Patrick, you.
Yeah, Patrick Ewing, exactly. shout to my man Pat. If he do that, he could actually release because he actually wanted to release the smaller store.
Yeah.
Because that was part of his whole plan. Because that's what he got frustrated with Nike about.
I'm a genius.
Self-proclaimed in a lot of ways, but that's why he got mad at Nikes. And you ever try to buy a resale pair of Aries? And you ever said they're like, yeah, I could get these, but kind of enjoy eating.
Yeah. I kind of need to pay my mortgage.
Yeah, I pay my mortgage. Like, yeah, I was saying like six racks for a pair of Red Octobers.
Yeah.
Like this,
Stupid.
like yeah, it's crazy. You know? And that was like
But
a one-time release, and I'll never be retro. I get it, but I don't want to break 6 grand. So
yeah, I can get my head around paying $200 for a pair of shoes.
right, so like 6,000.
Me.
Yeah, 6 grand. But shout out to Kanye. No shouts out to Puffy.
All right.
I mean, I get what you're trying to say, even though the thing he said about Kim Kardashian having diarrhea.
Puffy is slowly trying to make us forget who he is. It's not his first time trying to do this.
No, it's not.
It's like his third, fourth attempt. It's like his third, fourth nickname. But anyway,
Brother love.
he wants to be, man. He wants to be Quincy Jones, man. What's another legendary black? Who's got it on Stark Mountain?
Very good.
Barry Gordy. You know, he wants to be spoken in that
In
way
that
so
sense, yeah.
bad. But I mean, for all intents and
Dick
purposes,
Griffey. Dude that started so hard. Yeah.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, man,
Shout out to the West
he got a lot of like stuff people know about him already, like even insider stuff. I mean, he's in. I mean, he's made a billionaire. Don't get me wrong. But he's a scrupulous kind of businessman. And he said, "Oh, I'm getting better now," but you know, that's stuff to go away. You know.
Speaking of billionaires, I don't know how much you pay attention to the old God did phenomenon a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
The Jay's verse and shit. And
Yeah, man. Okay, you know, Big Rob's the hip hop impresario up here.
I like that. Thanks.
But I thought that verse was mid.
I mean, like I thought,
It was like 4 minutes, wasn't it?
Personally, I did come into it late because I figured if I listen to it now, I might either be calling it hype or I might just underrate it because I'm just like, hey, whatever. But it's standard Jay-Z shit. And I'm not saying that as an insult. Like, Jay-Z don't rap about selling crack no more because he's too rich. So he made a whole verse about being rich. Like, he made a bunch of other people rich that are also now billionaires. That's what Jay-Z rap about now.
I mean, you kind of, it's a flex.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna talk about, show stealing verses that Jay-Z had this year, the one on fucking Neck and Wrist on Pusha T's album was way better. And it's way more poignant and shit. The only thing that, like,
I was expecting some real rap. Bitch.
Right, like,
but no, that to me.
Well, like he gonna be like 1994 Jay.
People saying, "Oh man, that shit easy to go." And all that. I was like, off of that.
I respect that. I respect if you think Jay. I disagree, obviously.
Well, no, I mean, no bum verse. I'm just
like, and about a week of me and somebody with a similar name will have the same discussion with me because we always do. But it's like Lupe Fiasco. It ain't even one of like the top 5 Jay verses. It's not even like even in his most recent post 444. I got Basquiat grades and I actually cheated on Beyonce. Please forgive me. That era of his career.
What kind of grades?
The Basquiat joints, like
is that what we call them?
Yeah.
Bragging up.
he definitely lifted his look.
Yeah, that shit was trash.
I mean, but dang, when you're a billionaire, you can do that.
Yeah, you look forward to.
All right, man. Yeah, but dang, he's worth billion. I was like, I'm not saying the Lil Wayne verse was any better, but like,
I didn't think that was that dope either.
Right, I think people just saying that to be contrarian.
And Rick Ross.
We got Overshadows.
Who? Nah.
Shout out to my man Ross. Fuck with Ross. Yeah, but I mean, I thought it's cool. But there's better verse. There's better Rick Ross verses. There's better Jay verses out there. I'm not hating, but I'm not saying it's another gold standard of Jay-Z's career. Which should tell you something. Jay-Z's been that great for that long that he can drop some shit and be like, and people still think that shit's great.
I know that song he got Khaled did with Future was cooler than that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like,
I mean, it wasn't lyrical, don't get me wrong.
Nah, but
you talking about lyrical shit.
But I mean, this thing about him.
More.
There's people who love like super lyrical Jay, and there's people who like introspective Jay, and there's people who like in the middle Jay.
And some people just don't like it.
And there's people who just don't like Jay, period.
I mean, I don't hate him.
I mean, I'm not saying you're a hater, but like,
I guess I'm a hater.
All right, cool. I mean, like, you ain't. But
that's what I'm gonna say anyway.
Yeah, fine. He hating on Jay. But you ain't checking for Jay like this.
It doesn't matter. You hate anybody has
anything but less than a glowing opinion.
Yeah.
I hear that, but still.
Whatever.
But the only thing that kind of ruined it for me is when he kind of said that being called a capitalist is almost like being called a nigger.
That's a rich nigga.
Like that's some you've been rich too long shit.
Yeah.
Like I get it. You don't sell crack no more, but like at this point you've been rich longer than you was broke.
That's when you stop drinking tap water and start saying shit like that.
That's when Perrier comes out of the tap.
Yeah.
Like, dog, you've been rich too long for this shit.
You've been rich too long.
You've been rich too
like that.
Like, at this point, you got too much money.
Yeah, you forgot about the Marcy days.
Yeah. So I do find it does warm my heart a little bit that if they get into family arguments at home, Blue Eye was like, they gonna eat you one day and just storm up to her room. It's probably a weird flex, but it's probably true. They gonna eat you one day and just slam a door. Like, that's how my mom works, I'm sorry. They eat the rich or whatever, and they're amongst the riches and shit. Like you a billionaire too, right?
I know what I'm saying.
Hey. So don't get me wrong, I wish my parents were billionaires. If I had $1 billion, I wouldn't fuck with y'all niggas said.
Yeah,
but I don't, so I get to be on this side of it.
I mean, what can you say Blue Ivy or I don't know the twins thing.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know.
They're pretty low key though.
Yeah, but they're still too young. Yeah.
Maybe like a 2, man.
Yeah, but Blue Ivy was such a big deal. And all this fucked up shit y'all was saying about Blue Ivy when she was a baby and shit.
Oh, y'all need to be slapped for that.
Yeah, and the shit you said about Northwest, like this shit's fucked up. Like these aren't.
Y'all like holding the baby ugly and then say the baby ugly. Oh, she just didn't say the baby hair messed up. I'm talking about
yeah.
Come on, y'all.
Oh, yeah, she sure look like her daddy. I don't do nothing with that girl's hair.
Yeah, she's a cute little kid.
Like, said by a bunch of people who ain't had edges since 1999.
Let's talk about her real eyelashes.
Yeah, like, I got a perm too early. I had a perm when I was 3 and it broke off, and it ain't grown back in 32 years.
It's scorched the earth of your head. You kept on putting shit in your hair as well.
Yeah, when you look like you look like Will Smith's about to slap you for saying some shit about it. You probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't talk about Jay-Z's daughter.
Yeah, y'all ain't cut that out.
But we digress. Shout out to the Knowles Carter fan.
Wash your face. Speaking of rappers, let's talk about the other side of rappers who try too hard and don't get acknowledged for it.
Speaking of rappers you don't like,
Right.
Jason,
Rapper that Robert kind of likes, the game.
I like him more if he stuck to rapping.
Has been doing his rounds after he dropped his last 30 song plus
Drillmatic.
CD. Was it a double CD?
It should have been a double album. Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to do a Tupac thing, but it didn't work out. But anyway, of course, everybody knows. Everybody was talking about it last time. We were talking about the whole him trying to drag Eminem into a beef with him and da 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 da. Of course, that didn't really work out for him. And of course, for some reason, of course, it was bound to happen anyway. The game and
long-standing rival.
His long-standing rival slash G-Unit boss, I guess you call it, leader, whatever.
Right, he was
crew leader. I guess they was kind of crew,
crew,
or whatever. Anyway, so 50 Cent every year since for the last maybe 2 or 3 years he was doing a kind of a get together, a couple of celebrities and like stuff called Tycoon Week.
Basically like a smaller version of the Rock Nation brunch. But not
it's a whole week thing.
Yeah, longer but not as upper crust.
More or less kind of like bring do a comedy show or like celebrity basketball games. They buy. One year they rented out a huge mansion and had a bunch of parties 3 days in a row.
Yeah, a
lot of crazy stuff happened with a lot of R&B singers. Anyway, they did it again this year. There's also a story with that. We'll get to that in a minute. I think rappers been cutting up. Anyway, so of course it happened in Houston, Texas, and
remember when we met Mike Jones? Total sidebar, but yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah,
that dude was short.
Yeah,
He Little Bow Wow was like,
yeah, I was like, Mike Jones short.
He ain't fat no more, so it's
yeah, almost didn't recognize him, but yeah, we digress.
It's that braids, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But he tried it.
It's 2021 at the time.
He ended up getting the straight back braids.
Yeah, it's straight back.
Yeah, old for that. Yeah. Anyway, Houston, Texas, out to Houston. Guess the game was out in Houston performing at a show. Anyway, and then he got, I guess because, they just got through with the Tycoon Week, he had to say something about 50 Cent, but he said, 50 Cent's a sucker, F 50 Cent, I think something more or less next time I see 50 Cent, some shit gonna get thrown or something like that, blah, 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 blah. Because
game gon' game.
I should. Anyway, so of course, 50 had hit him back on Twitter, basically with a little that classic meme of 50 Cent driving off in the car, saying.
And then from the movie.
Basically, and also happened this week. The Super Bowl, what they call the hip hop Super Bowl halftime show, won an Emmy.
Yeah, won an Emmy for that. Yeah, and somebody who was very salty that he wasn't
included had something to say about that. So of course, 50 Cent said, and after he said that too, so they can't be going back and forth at each other anyway. Made a little caption with a little skirt off 50 Cent meme. It had like the little championship emojis. He's like, man, I'd be mad too if I didn't get a trophy. And he's like 16K in 1 week, man. So I hate me too. So maybe I should be afraid of it. He said something like, maybe I should be nervous. You know what happens when I get nervous? Ha ha ha. LOL, green light game. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, exactly. Don't forget to watch Randy Cannon on Stars like you always do.
Power. I watched what Randy Cannon was. Everything I did. But so at this point it's funny because he on both sides. It's like, guys, come on, guys, y'all like knocking down 50's door down.
50 Cent is the most petty man in America.
I mean, 50 years old, guys are knocking down that door.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all too old to be trying to fight each other. I don't think it's gonna happen. I didn't even see 50 even trying to fight us.
Yeah, I mean, like, Game is in his early 40s. 50's like nearly 50 is nearly 50.
Yeah, 50 might get somebody,
He can like jump. Yeah,
so, yeah, he ain't gonna be no fight. But I think Game, like 40, like you say, he's almost 40. He's still pretending like he's an active game member and all this weirdo.
Like, bro, you still not putting in work, man.
Yeah, come on, man, let it go. I mean, just like all other gangster rappers when they get older. But yeah, I did that.
Yeah, you know.
This is what it is.
Be Ice Cube. Just be the OG.
Well, yeah, Ice Cube.
Be Snoop. Be the OG.
Yeah, be Snoopish. Yeah.
I mean, you gotta be friends with Martin Stewart or nothing, but be.
I mean, why not? At this point, you should be working. You should. This is half the problem with Game right now. He still wants to be 2003 Game.
Right.
He ain't that guy no more.
Right.
I mean, not necessarily to be that guy, but as far as like his whole marketing campaign is still the same.
Like the documentary was too long.
Give me one Game album that didn't have a beef attached to it. All right then.
Yeah, I'm really trying to think.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't do that no more. And sooner or later, you gotta be that stuff you talking about. You talking about you matured and
like,
R.I.P. Nip and all. R.I.P. whoever it is and this person here. We
Also,
gotta do this.
But the Nipsey, not to belabor the point, but the Nipsey shit actually started to rub me the wrong way eventually.
Yeah.
Because it's like, to this point, you're basically
pantomiming.
You pantomiming him. You got tattoo. You got the braids. It's like he start rapping like him. Like,
man, he get a tattoo of everybody who died. I mean, I don't want to sound, but come on.
After what we said about the Queen,
he got the Nipsey tattoo.
Yeah.
Then he got the COVID thing on his face.
Yeah, like you LA, we get this COVID.
Come on, man. You ain't that LA. You might have met COVID come time, but y'all won't cool like that.
Yeah, like, I don't know you like that. I don't think. I mean,
you already got the Easy tattoo on you.
You got the NWA tattoo.
NWA, you got all this stuff.
That'd be like if I got the whole Wu-Tang logo just tattooed on me.
You got a little Wayne tattoo or something too.
Probably like YMCA and Beatles and shit like that.
Yeah, like
and Wayne ain't even dead.
Yeah, Drake got a Lil Wayne tattoo too.
And Drake has an Aaliyah tattoo, but that's a whole.
This is weird. I would take the Aaliyah tattoo, but okay, we'll get off. He got a lot of weird tattoo placement. That's what I don't like about Drake's tattoo. They all over the place. They don't even match.
Him and Kevin Durant got that in common.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Kevin Durant had a weird Wu-Tang logo tattoo on him. Probably covered in ass so nobody can see it, but
Wu-Tang.
But still, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you try to be that older statesman that you try to act like you are, you can actually walk it like you talk.
Yeah, shout out to 2/3 of the meals.
Right.
I don't know if you saw that. They kind of like recreated the Cuban Links on
Where?
Quavo and Takeoff. Yeah.
The album cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
It comes out if it's.
I actually do like. I mean, okay, I'll be honest. It was since we talking about the Migos real fast. I really hate the fact that they broke up, but I kind of understand it because there's actually some other stuff going on with that label stuff.
Some quality control shit. Right?
Yeah. So, because I guess P, who's like one of the owners of Quality Control, they kind of put all their money on Lil Baby.
I mean, not that that's a bad investment.
No. You're right. He one of the hottest rappers besides him, and unfortunately, but it's true though. Young boy, he makes something that all the kids love him.
Yeah, I speaking of him, I have a thing about him too.
Yeah.
But
anyway, they have beef. So I guess allegedly, Lil Baby's crew jumped on Offset.
Yeah.
On some.
And it doesn't matter. Remember, like, there's a Rolling Loud and, like, Migos kind of didn't get the love you kind of figured they would?
Right.
You think, like, about maybe 4 years ago, they would have been one of the biggest acts there.
But that was just two of them, right? I mean,
yeah, Offset wasn't there, yeah.
I think half of it them not wanting to be, well, I guess Takeoff and Quavo still want to be on the label. And of course, he's like, man, you give up your dude jump on me. I'm so cool. So Offset kind of like, nah. And then also, his wife is Cardi B.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I'm already the first one that had the solo success, so I know I can do it myself. But y'all won't let me off the label. So it's like,
right, we didn't see Metro Boom, yeah.
So it might be more with that than it is like a family thing.
Right, they're all related, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're family, like cousins, and, uncles.
Yeah. Like hopefully, and I don't want to say nothing, like, I ain't trying to put no energy out there.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know if you knew this, but, like, Conway the Machine, he actually, his Griselda Records contract expires. He's actually not on the label anymore. Mm. But, like, yeah, your brother runs the label. Your cousin's the biggest star on the label. Like, y'all still a group. Yeah. But technically, he ain't on Griselda anymore, and he ain't on Shady Records anymore.
So he's still making independent.
So he just want.
Does he have his own imprint?
No, he doesn't actually have his own imprint. So he kind of more of a. he would be willing to resign with Griselda. He already said he would, but like he probably just kind of shopping out there too. So hopefully that doesn't expand into like a Griselda breakup. Look, I already lost Jesus and Mero. I can't lose Griselda too. Right. So I got to get some shit got to stay together.
So anyway.
But we digress.
Let's digress all the way back to Houston and
to what we're originally talking about. Yeah.
We'll go back to that and the Tycoon Week.
If anybody ever made a map of this episode, like
yeah, we're out there.
I was like,
hey, we're getting we're touching a lot of it.
Yeah, so. It's been a while. We gotta reconnect. Yeah.
But besides that, what also happened at Tycoon Week in Houston was we had a fight.
Yeah, speaking of duos.
Speaking of fights and old rappers and.
Rappers you thought was cool with each other.
So after one of these get-togethers or whatever, I want to say maybe after the basketball meet maybe. But what happened was Zero, which is a legendary Houston rapper, and Trey the True, who's also a legendary Houston rapper, who are actually cousins.
Yeah, ABN, shout out.
And we're in the group before they were SOAS, they were in a group called ABN, Assholes by Nation. I think they had 2 tapes, maybe?
Two, yeah.
At least one. And maybe
one of them was like super fire.
Yeah.
I don't even like Trey the Truth like that, but that shit was fire.
And maybe like one that was like a bunch of like B-sides.
B-sides and shit, yeah.
But anyway, everybody knows like, they had this and then like what people always ask is where's the next album? Then like first Zero went his own way, did his own solo thing, then Trey Truth did his own thing. And you kind of never really... Some people who knew they weren't actually cool or close anymore, but didn't think it was that deep. Anyway, it popped off at Tycoon Weekend. Allegedly, what happened was another family member, which is I want to say Trey Truth's brother, had some beef with Zero over some run-in with the law and stuff like that. And he got mad because Zero. He didn't tell it, but he was on another podcast by 2 other Houston, Texas legends, the Ghetto Boys
Shout out to Scarface
podcast, and
Willie D.
And Willie D.
Willie D.
Bald-headed hoes. That's up there, Willie D. Yeah, that shit was fun. He did a whole song about that. Anyway, he was kind of discussing the situation happening, and then Zero's brother, I think it's J-Tone or something like that, got upset. And I think he might have said something online about it. And then, what happened, they met up. And there's 2 conflicting stories. But originally, from what they said, Trey True kind of made it sound like, it was just one-on-one. But then
it was on video, yeah.
Then TMZ shit came out and somebody shared the video, which it wasn't one-on-one. He basically they was all getting little licks. It was like maybe 3-on-1. And to his credit, Zero did get back up and try to one-on-one fight dude, J-Tone, I guess it was, and J-Tone, it's kind of, not necessarily wanting to fight,
right?
Kind of like, I already kind of got my licks in, kind of done, but
I'm good, yeah.
You don't want to fight me one-on-one, but you kind of already kind of, but the cameras come on, you really don't want to see yourself lose.
You ain't trying to fight, yeah.
But it's kind of crazy because. Trey came and said he kind of apologized and said, I already talked to Zero the day after, I apologize, but this, that, and that thing, this is family, this kind of thing, Which I kind of understand, and then, we are from a family that fight each other. I can get that too,
We both have brothers, we totally understand, yeah.
Shout out to, a family that kept sometimes get a fight, then they get along, they hug it out later on. But,
shout out to the Carver brothers.
Shout out to my boys. But man, I did kind of think it was kind of a black eye for Trey, for all the stuff he does for Houston.
Yeah,
not saying it takes away from it,
Key to the city, shit like that.
Because he never said, "Well, I'm putting him on a bow tie or suit tie now." But I think it kind of does kind of distract from people who aren't necessarily who kind of know him
right
from the rap. Some people that actually know him, like higher up in Houston, still know him as the guy who
builds
houses, and does all this, and helps out the neighborhoods and stuff like that. So it kind of hurts to see that happening. Anybody involved with him, stuff like that. So hopefully, because they family. I hope they,
they get that shit together. Yeah.
Without having like anybody else getting hurt, because in Houston, he's a certified dude. Don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna say they, they prance or nothing, but they
who is?
But they carry weight, they got respect. They can say something, and then somebody will do something.
They can make shit happen.
Allegedly, that can happen. Allegedly. But and also they family. You don't want to see, family, go to blood with each other, something crazy like that. So hopefully, Trey, Zero, hopefully they've already done that, privately, and we don't gotta see no kind of ugliness spill out in the streets.
Once again, yeah.
Even fans start fighting each other over some dumb shit. Oh, I'm a Trey True fan, or I'm Zero diehard.
Niggas going to war, niggas don't even
especially you got niggas from the north side or the south side. Even though they're both south side, I think. So. But,
it's a spread.
Yeah, turn it in. But yeah, man, y'all gotta be, these rappers. Y'all too old for this, man. Y'all gotta be showing these young rappers
the future,
that you can get to above the age. You gotta worry about, jumping on people or fighting, doing
all that shit,
young dumb shit. We gotta let that go, man. We pretty sure y'all. I'm over 30, so I'm pretty sure y'all further than that.
Yeah,
because I went to high school, I was listening to y'all.
Yeah, so at that point, it was in their 20s, so yeah.
So you gotta be like hitting 40 almost, in 40. So yeah, come on. All that whoop to out, shoot 'em up, bang bang.
Yeah,
that's over with, man. Y'all making money, y'all getting checks and all that. Y'all ain't in the streets like that no more. Y'all need to be.
Or to universal settle all Houston beefs. What would Pimp C say about this?
Right, yeah, come on. You gotta let them down.
Hey,
Chad down.
Yeah, how dare you let this get on Chad Buller's internet?
Oh, man. Giving that the town black eye.
Yeah.
He would have said, come on, man.
Cut that monkey shit out.
Monkey shit out. You embarrassing us. Shout out to the legend.
R.I.P. Sweet Joe.
Man, for real. What are we going to talk about? Man, okay, we got some more kind of weirdness that happened kind of this week. For the most part, maybe a little bit of last week. Okay, so it kind of was a snowball effect. Comedian Aries Spears.
Ooh, Lord Jesus.
Has been doing
if I said it, it's bad.
Has lit a fire under people's asses. First of all, beginning with because he had something to say about Lizzo, I would say actor, singer, personality, body conscious, body positive advocate, Lizzo, Lizzo, we talked about Lizzo on the show before. You know what Lizzo's about, what she
both
represents.
She's both a representative and she's a target. We get it.
Right. Yeah. So, I believe, was it Vlad?
Yes, it was Vlad. Of course, Vlad. It's always Vlad.
It was a Vlad interview with Aries Spears, and I forgot the subject came up. It had something to do with women, and I don't know if Aries brought up
Lizzo.
Or somebody had brought her up. I don't know. Anyway, I guess it was something about health or something like that. And Aries said something more or less like, I like healthy women, but Lizzo, she has women saying, "Oh, that's sexy." But he was like, "They need to be telling them, like, hey, that's a high blood pressure, that's high cholesterol, that's a heart attack. It's not cute. You could tell her it's cute because she's hurting herself and she's telling other people to hurt herself, which is not a bad take. The only problem is Aries Spears is probably like 75, 85 pounds overweight too.
To quote my brother, Coach Mr. Coach Mr. He ain't on the cover of health on Men's Health magazine in his damn self. And if he is, it's the what not to look like issue.
Right. I mean, his body ain't, and then he looked like somebody. He looked like he just got beat up off of a.
Right.
He looked like he just got beat up off a court hoop or something because he got the brown.
He got the raccoon eyes.
Yeah. He doesn't look well kept. Like, look like his health is not very.
He looks well laundered. I would say that.
He looks like he looks like he works at night and sleeps all day.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah. But of course, this happened, and people had something to say, and he actually did like a rebuttal on Vlad.
Where he fucking doubled down.
He doubled down on it. But I don't hate Aries Spears. I think he's a talented guy. I don't hate Lizzo. I think she's talented too.
Yeah, of course.
I can understand where he's coming from as far as like, it's one thing to say not to have women or people, period, who are overweight. I mean, me and Big Rob are overweight. We carry it well, though. Anyway, we're overweight.
The big is ironic in my name. So
Right. We don't want to feel or have anybody else feel, or people who are big. We don't want them to feel just because you're big, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna say it's healthy to keep living a terrible lifestyle. No.
Yeah, I mean, I will admit, I ate Wendy's for lunch today. It's all good.
I mean, but some people, are naturally big, but it's all
Side note, putting your burger in your frosty is disgusting. But
yeah, I never got that either.
I know somebody, we both
fries
know
and ice cream is gross.
We both know somebody who does, but again, we digress. But please, back to the topic.
But anyway, but ain't no reason to make people, not be conscious without, being too, because, you're not perfect either, that sort of thing, but no, everybody don't need to be a size 34, or
right.
a size 32, or for a lady a size 6,
Right.
Different sizes.
And we already know with like the health industry and the fashion industry really does, particularly to women.
Yeah.
So it's not like, we're not saying like, because there's a group that I'm in on Mark Zuckerberg's cesspool of misinformation, which will probably give you put Facebook in the game, but whatever. Well, they basically had this very same discussion on this topic.
Yeah.
And it was like, it really went from BBW versus fat to I don't like big chicks to that shit's unhealthy to black people unhealthy to basically to people trying to divert it to you just get the point of y'all niggas just trying to get off your anti-fat biases on this shit.
Let's get really what it goes down to. Don't be wrong. It's great to be, it's good to be concerned about anybody's health. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody's. I had my grandmother before she passed away. She used to smoke like maybe almost a carton a day. Heavy smoker. Drank a lot of pop, and before she passed away, she was on oxygen a lot. So it got to a point even when she wanted to start moving around, she really couldn't. She's already, her body's already took its toll.
Yeah.
So I understand telling somebody, hey man, or hey male, or anybody, or hey black snow, you gotta slow down, man. Put the chicken wing down, and let's go take a walk, or eat a vegetable or something. I can use myself as an example. Get a little bit more active.
Yeah, be a little more active.
Because it's cute now. While right now we still. We're older. We don't look
relatively
old.
Young. Yeah,
we don't.
You know how old we really were.
But you get to a time where some people, when you start not doing anything,
start getting a little more sedentary in life.
Yeah, your body starts acting different. And even when you get older, your body things slow down. So you gotta rev certain things up or put the right stuff in your body. But what I'm saying is, long story short, is I understand anybody saying, hey, don't do that or anything unhealthy. Don't do that anymore. Moderation for this, that, and that.
Moderation is important.
But when you start, sticking your own insecurities or
this one is the finger point shit.
Or, I hate fat women, or I hate fat men are ugly, or fat women are ugly, this, that, and other thing.
Well, we both disprove that theory.
Yeah, that's just you being a dick or a bitch, what I'm saying? You can be beautiful at any size, shape, whatever, What's the difference with you saying, oh, this fat person is ugly, but a skinny person who doesn't, looks skinny, but maybe not be healthy either. This right here looks good, but maybe he or she has a bunch of makeup on. You don't know the actual inner part of the inner person.
Or what made him not skinny? I'm not intimating nothing, but we might have to bleep this out. But you get the reference. If you're on that,
everything that look good ain't good.
If you're allegedly on that Paula Patton, but if you do something, if shout out to Matt Hoffa.
That booger sugar.
Yeah.
But what we're saying is,
not skinny shaming either. We're not doing the body shaming.
Some people there's a lot of women like who are super thin, but they don't have, certain assets a big woman has, like, voluptuous, butt or
we're black. We
big
get
titties
it.
and stuff like that. But
she ain't got the mad geek. She ain't got the
to some people she's fine. To her, she wants that. And to the big girl, she wants that slide or different parts. So first of all, you gotta love yourself. That's point blank. Because everybody listen to this show has been called ugly before.
Yeah. And
it doesn't mean you are to do that. This make you feel bad. People say shit about you. This will make you feel bad. Everybody get roasted before.
Exactly.
To get roasted. So You know, people try to break down your self-esteem just
We went to
because.
Millwood. We went to Millwood. We survived this shit.
Yeah, we went through the fire and flames. We
Yeah.
trial by fire.
Yeah, and to Lizzo, love her or hate her, she is literally she's a beacon, a paragon of that whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I can, like I said, I can.
Which is why when people go after her, they use her as the example. They don't go after Meghan Trainor. I don't even know what Meghan Trainor look like these days. They don't go after fucking.
But you can't say.
Can't say Adele anymore.
Yeah, Adele.
Though I still feel like ever since she lost weight, she be getting a little. She might be talking spicy a little too much out in public. I feel like she says nigga a lot. That's just how I don't know if it's true.
She fuck with niggas though.
I know she fuck with LeBron, Rich Paul with him. I just feel like she say nigga a lot. I feel like she say nigga a lot. I don't have any proof.
She's English, and he's like nigga.
Yeah, you know,
niggas.
Look at these niggas over here, bro. You know, shit. I just feel like she say.
Top of the morning, my niggas. Top of the morning, my niggas.
Let's get this shit.
Please pass the Earl Grey in this split for me.
Right, can't use her, but again, that is the exact reason they use Lil. Think about it. Aries Spears didn't say nothing about Melissa McCarthy.
No.
He didn't say nothing. Who fucking? I almost said Jill Scott. He said something about Jill Scott be fighting. He said nothing about Angie Stone. No, he perfect.
I mean, you gotta listen to the interview, you know. He kind of said, you know, I look like this, I look like that.
Yeah, he get it, but you know that the clip part is what became viral.
He just can't say like, you know, he just said, you know, I'm handsome and I know I can get business.
Yeah, I can get business. You funny. You know, like, yeah, that's true. Shout out my man Jeremy. But you know, but we get that. But you can say that without saying, you know, funny.
Aries, we get it.
We get
I
it.
get what you're trying to say.
You just said it wrong.
No, I get what you're trying to say, but you said it though.
Yeah.
You got your track record. You can't say everything everybody else can say.
You can't speak for Brother Bones and us.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? But and this is this
your job make people laugh. So,
yeah.
You know, hey.
Yeah, that's ours. But shit, yeah. But before we get to the second part of this, I noticed somebody said, you ever notice that if you speak ill on Lizzo as a certain type of person, something bad happens to you?
It's just like speaking about a certain community of people.
Yeah, I mean, but even said somebody made a good point. A certain former alumni of Millwood High School also said some wild shit about Lizzo, and 2 weeks later that nigga died. I'm not saying Lizzo killed his ass.
Right. I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying that. Because if I wanted to say it, I'd say it.
Right.
But if somebody said, like, I feel like her ancestors put in work for her, because if you say some shit about her, it's a rap.
God loves Lizzo.
God loves Lizzo.
God shall not besmirch
The name of Lizzo, yeah. So, with that being said, it leads us to this. Aries Spears said that shit about Lizzo. He gets rightfully or unrightfully, however you look at it, on social media, particularly Black Twitter. Then 3 days later, our next topic.
So what happened after that, which is kind of particularly funny, particularly interesting. I'll say not funny because that what we saw wasn't funny.
It was not funny,
but interesting. So
not funny, ha ha, but funny like.
See what happens? What happens when you put yourself out there and try to put other people out there?
Right.
The spotlight does go back on you, and of course, like Big Rob said, Black Twitter's a motherfucker.
Boy.
And Lizzo fans have to be a motherfucker too.
Yeah.
Because these people did a deep dive
on that motherfucker there and drug somebody else into.
And unfortunately, somebody got
who probably is cool with Lizzo.
got hit got the crossfire too. But they took a deep dive and found some shit that was in the archives that people maybe thought they forgot about.
Flew under the radar.
Or maybe wasn't funny at the time or whatever. Because there used to be a website called Funny or Die.
Yeah, which has always been classic.
Which basically like think of YouTube for comedians, basically an outlet to kind of put their creative juices out there for people to see, laugh about, blah, 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 funny. A lot of timeless, funny skits came out there, like Will Ferrell argued with his daughter because she was a landlord, funny.
Zach Morris is trash.
Zach Morris is trash came out of there. Donald Glover did what was that, the creepy cat thing he did on there?
Rory? No, that's Derek.
Date? It was like Date something.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Oh, anyway.
Date, speed dating or some shit like that, yeah.
Don Cheadle dressed up like Captain
Planet.
A lot of funny shit. Anyway, this is like early 2000s, so I want to say, between that time, Aries Spears got together with at the time, not necessarily known
Tiffany
named Tiffany Haddish, and made the skit about basically about molestation. Yes, that's a dark topic to go off of. But,
Oh my god.
and anyway, they made it. I don't even know if it even got posted or because I might have, but from your doctor, they're not acknowledging it. Like, I don't remember that. I don't remember that happening. What? Who? Oh, no. But anyway, they made the skit.
I am Tiger Woods. That was the dong.
I am Tiger Woods. That shit was funny. Anyway, they made
Back
the
on
skit.
topic, yes.
It didn't really hit. It wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? But so it kind of, flew on the radar. But let's fast forward to 2022. Lizzo fans and lovers of big, beautiful women
Everywhere. Not us though. I wouldn't wear it. But
they dug this up and basically said, also, come to find out that in the little skit there was 2 children involved.
yeah, the
Child actors.
The classic "this you" moment happened.
They said, "Oh well, yeah. Do you remember this skit you did? And remember these 2 kids?
By the way,
sued you.
Yeah, their mama sued me.
They sued them tried to sue them 6 times, and now they're adults trying to sue them now. They reopening the fucking case.
Yes.
And they're claiming all kinds of. Now they're saying Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish taught the little girl how to do the. They got to put the right to bleep that.
Yeah, bleep. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Weird shit.
Two things we have to bleep in.
Weird shit that teach a kid on a skit for. I mean, it's a lot. We're going really hard for a comedy skit involving children. Hey, can you do this? But anyway, of course, according to the internet, can't be found. Skit can't be found. Can't do this. Can't do that. But of course, we got these people like to archive things. And Twitter, you can find anything on Twitter. Somebody on Twitter can find something and they'll post it. So somebody on Twitter found it in the archive and posted for people to see. And I promise God, Big Rock can have his own story. I tried to watch that. I got through maybe like 5 minutes of it and I couldn't watch it. One, because I knew kind of what it was about. Then I tried to watch it like, one, this is not funny. And 2, it's just fucking creepy.
Yeah, like I was telling again before the show.
Not even mad funny, creepy funny. It was just fucking creepy, man.
Like trying to watch it is just like I had my earbuds in too, so I'm just like.
And I'm like, I don't even want to see anybody see me watching it.
Yeah, like exactly. That's why I had my phone like
you know
this. That's why I didn't want no extra sounds. I even went to the soundproof booth at work. I was just like, all right. So when the funny stuff happens, then it's more like it is one of, and you immediately scroll and just watch something else. Like, you know what? Let me. Find anything. So like, it just comes off as. It comes off as not just creepy, but kind of
not funny.
Not funny, and 2 is just more.
Nah, say that.
This ain't it. And like I've said before, like comedy ages differently than everything else.
I mean, don't get me wrong, we're in a different age now.
We're definitely in a different age.
Me and Big Rock grew up with the Chappelle Show and Mark, all this.
Like think about it, we were small children in Living Color was
all the not the family.
But you were
Married with Children.
Married with Children, Roseanne, before we found out she was racist. Yeah,
but.
Early Family Guy, like shit like that.
I will say this: I in no way think that Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears are pedophiles or did anything, sinister with these kids. I do think they're going way too hard trying to be funny.
Particularly,
it was inappropriate. I don't think they were trying to be inappropriate in a sexual manner as far as on the kids. They were trying to make it shit funny, but it didn't work out. So I wouldn't, but unfortunately, just in the age when you do some shit, especially on Twitter, you automatically, cancel Tiffany Haddish, cancel Aries Spears, they're weirdos, they're this person, they're the people who live under the pizza, under that pizza parlor and Washington
Pizza Gate, all that shit.
Kind of people.
It gives the QAnon people
everything you can get off the internet, as far as speculation goes. But I don't, like I said, I'm pretty much sure they're not them type of people. But the fact is, you did this and now it's there forever. And then, it already sparked to make people pissed off. You don't need a lot of ammo to make people hate you, though.
Yeah,
just have a show. Just have an opinion and have an outlet.
And Tiffany Haddish kept calling straight. Like she was
right. She was like, "What the fuck? Like, this shit again."
She probably forgot she even did that shit.
I wouldn't want to forget it.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, it's and it's not even one of those covertly make you watch this shit. Like we ain't posting no links or nothing.
No,
like
we're
that.
not gonna do that.
We're not doing that shit like this.
We're not gonna do that.
Like, I mean, it's
When I say it's not funny, it's not funny.
and it's coming from me. This is definitely at your own risk sort of thing. So it's like, you know.
I watched we used to have, what's that shit, the ugly, we used to have a shit called The Ugly when we were in high school.
Yeah,
and
fucking.
just watch the most
Vulgar shit. in the
crazy
world.
shit you can see on the internet.
Yeah.
This shit right here, even though it's not as bad as that, it's just fucking. It makes it, maybe, you get certain ages, shit like that ain't funny no more. It just make it creepy out.
Yeah, like you saying, like I said, comedy ages differently. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's got. I mean, we seen the whole shit with R. Kelly sing law. They spell poo poo pee pee.
yeah, that shit like that comes off differently now. Not because
I don't know, that's just so funny.
it's
right?
funny, but knowing the truth behind it.
Man,
Like,
you know, this is like this is when shit's funny. It's fucking. You say, ha man, that's fucked up.
it's fucked up.
This is
Yeah.
what they say. That's like, man, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, like it's like like the Chris Rock big, niggas versus black people,
Yeah.
or the Nicole Bruce. I wouldn't have killed her, but I understand like that shit now is way different than it was in 1995.
Oh, you got trouble for saying some shit recently?
Exactly, recently, yeah. I mean, it's still funny because it's a classic bit, but in the world you live in that you live in now, he's like,
But,
God, man.
I can totally understand.
Like, think of it this way. Niggas versus black people is the most hilarious example of respectability politics.
Yeah.
It's funny, but especially as a black person, you're like,
Yeah, it's kind of
yeah, it's kind of,
That's kind of some shucking job. Shit.
that's some,
But
you've been
at the
rich
same-
too long
At
shit.
the same time, you don't like niggas like that.
You don't, but at the same time, you ain't trying to be like,
But you rich too.
yeah, you
man.
rich, and you like,
Yeah.
like, white people laugh their ass off to
You
this.
got the white people funny now.
Yeah, you're definitely safe. You're safe black comedian now.
You kind of like that.
Not Kevin Hart safe, but you still safe black comedian. Shit.
Yeah, a little bit.
You want to go. So I'm not saying Chris Rock ain't want
A
to
little
go.
bit.
That the bigger and blacker bring the pain. The edge is long gone.
I gotta see this new special though.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one yet, but
I don't know if it's actually a video of it out yet.
yeah, but no, I digress on that. That shit aged way different
Really
than 25 years ago.
But I understand any comedian coming to like, hey, this is the game. This is what we try to do. And that's like 10 years ago, 20 fucking years ago.
Yeah, I mean, Tiffany Haddish's case, like, she was trying to get on.
I mean, both of the cases. I mean,
Yeah, in her case, especially,
they
she was
tried
trying to
some
get on.
shit, didn't work out, was bad. I mean, bombed though. It's like,
Right.
it is what it is. The reason why this is a thing is because
he opened his fucking mouth.
opened his mouth and people have an axe out for.
Like, again, like I mentioned before, we don't fuck with the Beehive, and apparently we don't fuck with Lizzo, because
I don't know the Lizzo Hive or
I don't know if there's a hive
favorite
yet,
called
which they're dedicated. I know
the
that shit.
band or whatever, the clarinet players or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, it's clarinet.
Yeah.
Flute player.
Flute player, yeah. Also, it takes a lot of talent to do that, because I don't know if I could do a whole concert and play the flute. So.
Yeah. A lot of breath control.
A lot of breath control. I definitely ain't never playing the spin flute, especially on the clock. But
I don't know why Green like that. That's a dead look.
yeah. Well, moving on.
Let's move on to Nerd Homies, buddy. All right, yeah. Of course, it's everybody's favorite part. Nerd Homies, that's when we talk about all things nerd culture, some things, more or less kind of pseudo in the genre of nerd culture.
Yeah.
This is shit we kind of like, which is not necessarily hot topics, but we kind of smash it on in there too. Kind of like Bobby Brown with a spoon. But anyway.
Her soul. Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
I fucked you, Bob. I love you.
We love Bobby, man. And, he's not that Bobby.
Right.
God can? What is it? God, I better see how you know fucking stuff. Anyway, Big Rob, what's going on nerd culture, man? You were talking about the big Disney 23 thing.
This year's the 2022 edition of D23. We learned a lot of
It's
this
like
show.
a dope ass shoe. Like a dope ass, like Jordan back in.
Yeah, the T23s, yeah.
And the new D23s back
Yeah, getting them, man, highway. But anyway, this year, like most of these things, definitely Marvel Central.
Bunch of Marvel shit.
Like, for example, we are officially 28 days away from Blade starting filming.
I don't know, but they started earlier.
Yeah, but it started filming in October, so.
Yeah, okay.
So, that, we got news, this is probably more rumor than anything else, news of Giancarlo Esposito as Professor Xavier.
I remember that. I remember the rumor.
Yeah, and the rumor, this is even more to Denzel Washington as Magneto.
Okay, let's talk about that. do we want black X-Men?
I don't have a problem with it.
I mean, I know I always like them dudes like, oh, well.
You gotta be comic accurate and shit.
I'm just black. I don't like it. But I can't. Well, I said this. He's what's it called? We black and Latin, same thing.
Afro-Latino.
Afro-Latino or Chillax, Latinx or
Latinx, everything.
That's what I was. That's a new buzzword for. I'm not. I mean, I don't want to sound like I want Professor X maybe white. Like I don't want a white. Just because. I'm not saying fucking Denzel Washington fucking kill it, but the one Denzel's getting old, man. And
that'll just be doing
that's getting old too. That's what he's getting old too.
That'll just be doing McKellar and Stewart all over again.
Which, yeah, people say, well, Pat Stewart and old, which is fine, but they look like kind of what you see on the book.
Yeah, but at the same time, if he doesn't play Professor Xavier, and this is just me, and you might agree with me with this, Giancarlo Esposito could fit another iconic Marvel role that I'd much rather him play. And it wouldn't matter if he was black or whatever. If he played Victor Von Doom,
I wouldn't hate that.
I wouldn't hate that. I mean, we talked about
only because I can't think.
We were trying to think about who could play Doom.
Yeah, we wrapped our head around who else.
Yeah, the only other actor we thought about already played somebody in the MCU.
You know, I'm hoping for this Black Panther thing. I hope we don't lose Neymar when the fuck move.
Yeah, I want him to stick around.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Also, I don't even know, this is probably just pure speculation. They're doing reshoots for that movie, which would be like, oh, you can add Dr. Doom for shit.
Hopefully give me a little something.
There's something like that. But
give me something extra which ain't they go somewhere.
Yeah, but I mean, hopefully we still get John Krasinski still plays Reed Richards. Because my only thing is,
now you're talking about he ain't gonna be Reed Richards.
Yeah, now it's saying like he's apparently he is or whatever.
No.
My only thing is, since we are guaranteed to know that Kang the Conqueror is black, and Kang is a descendant of Reed Richards. Mm. At what point, why wouldn't Reed Richards be black?
Which, nobody really. I don't care. I mean, with Kang, I don't care. Like, he's purple in the comic.
I mean, yeah.
He's got a helmet.
It's a helmet and shit, yeah.
But you always see him as purple.
Yeah, but I mean, he's white.
Black under there, who knows?
I mean, the comics, he's white because you see his other variants and shit.
All right with it.
Like fucking Iron Lad and Robin Tudd and shit like that.
Yeah, all them motherfuckers will be black anyway.
Yeah, they can be black. Yeah, so why not?
Damn, Egyptians will be black.
Yeah, so I mean, we know he's gonna be an Ant-Man.
He's Darcy.
Yeah, they showed footage of Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp 3. So yeah, he's the villain in that. He says some.
But it's kind of like D23 is basically what we already know is kind of rolled out.
Yeah, it's Disney,
more information. It's like an update.
Yeah, it's Disney exclusive comic though.
Is there any non-Marvel Disney coming out that's worth caring about?
Speaking of Disney, they have cast John Boyega.
In what?
But they haven't revealed what he's cast in. So that could be Blade or.
But it's Marvel.
But he's casted in a Marvel film.
Oh, okay.
That's official, like officially official. John Boyega in the MCU.
Who are they messing around and make him Miles Morales?
What if he was Miles Morales? That'd be kind of dope though. Yeah. No, I'd be cool with that.
I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it.
I mean, I know Miles Morales is supposed to be younger and.
He became a brawler kind of a. He's got a thick little bit brother.
Yeah, ironically, him and Jonathan Majors don't look that far apart.
No.
Okay, I just popped in my head. What if he plays a variant of Kang and something else? Yeah. But he's younger or whatever, so he's not Jonathan Majors, but he grows up to be Kang.
Shit, they on the same age, though.
Yeah, they are about the same age. Yeah. I don't know how old Jonathan Majors is.
Yeah, that old, I don't think.
I mean, he's younger. They're both younger than we are, but still. Mm-hmm. Like you can do some DH and shit, whatever. I mean, or it could be like Paul Rudd shit. Paul Rudd's like 55.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't know. He looks younger than we do. But, that's what happens when you're not mean. You stay young forever.
Yeah, maybe people don't.
Yeah.
Maybe age quick.
Like I told you earlier, the announcement of Captain America Black Panther video game.
Oh, yeah. So I wonder how that's going to play.
But it's set during World War II.
Okay.
So it's Azuri as Black Panther.
Wait, what?
So T'Challa's grandfather is the Black Panther during World War II.
Right.
And that's how Cap knows about Wakanda, because the Nazis tried to take it over. The Hydra tried to take it over because they wanted vibranium. So Cap sneaks into Wakanda to fight them.
Well, I figured that they'd be the old.
Yeah, but that's the plot of the game.
And that's also remember the Black Panther book that.
Yeah.
Who wrote that?
Reginald Hudlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Reggie Hudlin.
That was just a good little.
Yeah, like that's the basis of the game.
Yeah, that was a good. Little
Yeah, like Cap takes the Howling Commandos to fight him, and that's how he finds out about Wakanda.
Gets his ass handed too.
Yeah. Shout out to the Black Panther with the pimp cape on.
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
With the fur.
Yeah, but in D23, another rousing success. The non-Marvel thing, we got the trailer for The Little Mermaid, live action.
Oh yeah.
That you racist pieces of shit were all over for like 4 fucking years.
Yeah, I've been waiting that come out for man.
Yeah, apparently either a sequel or a prequel to The Lion King.
Oh yeah, the Mufasa.
The Mufasa movie, like a live action Mufasa. Let's see.
It's like kind of some Star Wars shit because he's even Scar as a kid.
Yeah, and how he becomes Scar and shit. Let's see what live action Pinocchio trailer for that.
Yeah, man.
I like feel like
okay, let's talk about that real quick, man. I saw it too.
Okay.
I like the fact they made the CGI with Pinocchio look kind of like the cartoon version. Which is cool.
This is not bad. Yeah.
Cool. Tom Hanks, I'll take Tom Hanks as Geppetto. Great.
We love Tom Hanks and everything.
You know, everything else looking okay. Yeah, you got the whale. The kids turned into animals. Okay, great. Then they messed around and gave me fucking nightmare because they showed fucking Jiminy Cricket.
Okay, we on the same fucking page.
That shit was creepy as fuck.
And to be fair, I was on this side of Smack when I saw it.
Yeah,
so,
sectoid.
Yeah.
You ever see Terramorphs?
Yeah.
Like the giant roach man.
Yeah, that shit was fucking terrifying.
That's gonna get kids nightmares.
Yeah, we're grown as this. I imagine what the kids
y'all should did the same thing y'all did with Pinocchio.
Make him look like a cute bug.
Make him look like, who did the voice of the original Jiminy Cricket, man?
Probably one of them old school actors.
Man, I don't know why it was out there. It was like Mr. Rogers or some shit.
Oh man, like Don Messick or
He had that kid, man. He made you comfortable, man.
yeah, like
I forgot who did the original voice of Jiminy Cricket. He was like some old actor, man.
yeah. We'll probably think of it later. Like, oh shit,
that is Google. That is Googleable.
Yeah, continue.
But yeah, man, that fucking CGI Jiminy Cricket, man, that shit belonged in a horror movie.
Terrifying.
God damn. But man, that's too much insect going on, man. That might as well have fucking swarm from Moses come out. God damn. But okay, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure hopefully some other man. You know what they need to do? Another gargoyles.
That'd be dope.
That'd be fucking dope. Hopefully some new kind of, cartoon. Oh, did they do X-Men
97? Yeah.
Did they say anything about that?
Drops next year.
Which is kind of cool.
Cliff Edwards in his voice.
See what else he did. Is that a black dude?
No, he's white.
Oh, that's a black dude.
He sung the original Singing in the Rain.
Huh. Okay. He did that voice forever.
Yeah,
He
he did more than this.
was like a Wonderful World Disney.
He's one of our Disney announcers.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. That's right. I got you.
Kind of the show right here.
Yeah. What was this? Disney's channel 28.
38.
38.
Disney Channel.
Yeah. I did not.
Oh, those dial cable watch. Yeah. Multimedia cable vision. We miss you.
Oh man, that was at the box with the dial went all the way to 50.
Yeah, he had the little extension for the remote and shit.
That's when he was doing it, man. And he had a little bit of money. Number 2 was HBO. She-Hulk. Let's talk about She-Hulk, man.
Yeah. Personally, I dig the show.
Episode 4?
4, yeah.
Be 4 episodes in. I've been pleasantly surprised. I like the fact that it's more of a sitcom-ish.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, so you saw the last episode.
So I haven't seen episode 4 yet. I just finished episode 4.
Okay, so I can't give it away.
No spoilers, but
I will say this. I wish things would have went further. Episode 4. When you watch episode 4, you're like, okay, I get it. All right. Anyway, so far, so good. I really don't have any qualms about it. I like the fact that Wong just got we got Wong already and
Happy Abomination.
Abomination, and we got Tim Raw.
Yeah, he's back. Yes.
So it's cool. I did
like their little in joke though.
Oh, I was this person.
I was the person then.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun. Yeah.
I do kind of wish. I do hope we see the Abomination again. I kind of wish he was kind of Ochi was lying to us. Yeah.
He ain't really this peaceful person.
Yeah, I kind of want him to go back to being the villain.
Part of me, I don't know how this is gonna work out, but we never did get a resolution with the leader.
Nope, we never saw what happened.
We never saw what happened to him.
Or did he just do that part with it? Or is he gonna be in Thunderbolts?
Maybe, who knows?
Something like that, you know, Tim Roth.
Tim Roth, yeah.
Mind check, you know.
And what else?
I don't know if they kind of brought back the
fin ear
side
shit,
of the design.
I always thought the reason that they didn't include him in the Incredible Hulk was funny. They said we felt if he had those, wouldn't Hulk just bite them off? Like, well, he was more savage than he is in the later MCU.
I didn't mind the fact they updated him with that movie.
Yeah.
And made him. He's always been bigger than Hulk. But
Yeah.
I like the fact they kind of made him like some kind of abomination.
They make him more monstrous, so he actually beat the Hulk.
Yeah. It's cool now. It's cool without him.
Right.
They could use the same design from the movie.
I wouldn't have been.
As long as he's in there.
It'd been more consistent, yeah.
Whatever.
But I mean, I do like the fact that they are subtly setting up like World War Hulk.
Yeah.
Cause I know you.
I think when they add characters who are not the character you think they are, they look like the character you think they are. Like the Fing Fang Foom, what Fing Fang Foom?
Oh,
the Shimon Garath, what Shimon Garath?
Right. To me, he was Shimon Garath. Like,
To me, fucking look like
Shimon Garath. That's what he looked like.
No fucking difference.
Yeah.
Well, I hate
Great protectors we talking about. But yeah.
Yeah, I hate this. Whatever.
I'm enjoying She-Hulk. I mean,
What do
we know, man? We only been reading comics a whole lot. But,
Alright.
but hey, shout out to She-Hulk. She's actually doing really good as a lead character.
Yeah, I like the actors. Fuck y'all. I like to see Megan Thee Stallion there. I thought that shit was funny.
Teaching around twerking shit. Yeah. I know it's funny. It's meant to be a comedy anyway, so.
That was sexy to me. I don't care what y'all say.
Especially for a bunch of dudes.
And they make She-Hulk, not to sound sexy, but it's a little sexy. But She-Hulk's hot. So let's get that.
I mean, that's fake.
That's
That's one part of the whole
thing. A lot of black women are embracing She-Hulk. Have you seen the She-Hulk filter?
Yeah.
Black women using it on social media.
See Jade Cargill dressed as a paper and shit. Speaking of which. But yeah, She-Hulk is dope. Looking forward to Ironheart and Armor Wars.
I hope that's.
Oh, she supposed to be Black Panther. And I mean, I feel like I know a lot of people.
I want some She-Hulk on this one too.
Yeah, and a lot of people who are just they love to be contrarian about everything. MCU fell off or whatever. Like, how?
My last album was Scrum.
But at the same time, I'm just like, yeah. You thought that the minute they casted a woman to play any role,
right,
that wasn't just subservient.
The same people like Dragon Ball Super.
Man,
Chris is not terrible. Don't get me wrong.
I've still never been in Dragon Ball.
It's the same. It's the same shit over. But yeah, you watch the shit, don't you? You be like, on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, Frieza takes a long shit. Will it take 30 minutes? Probably.
What's gonna happen on the next episode?
Tune in. We got you by the nuts, though.
Yeah.
We know you motherfuckers.
We got every 13-year-old boy in the country waiting for you.
Smoke that rock again. I need that new episode.
Right. It's 4:30.
It's been out for 10 years.
Yeah, like, you don't have the internet?
Oh, man. Okay, we gonna get on. Because I remember all that shit was already out. We
Yeah.
finally got the end of the damn Frieza saga. We were so happy.
Yeah, oh my God, Bob.
We done watched the rerun like 3 times.
3 times, shit. You done went 2 grades up in school.
It's like, man,
Remember when 7th grade when this started?
he was like that far from buying like the DVD at
Suncoast.
like, fuck this. Let's go ahead and get
Yeah, I'm tired of it, too. Like, oh man, new episode, they reloop back to Raditz coming to Earth and shit. Like, fuck!
No! Oh man, I hate when they did that. Like, y'all got a new episode? Gotta get the motherfuckers in the studio.
Be outside the Cartoon Network studio, like, motherfuckers always slow with the motherfucking episode, baby.
Come on, baby, give me one of these.
It's like, we close.
Come on, baby, I do a little dance for you.
Can't hold me down.
Take that.
But yeah, we digress.
A little crackhead, that's a version of crackhead.
Yeah.
You crackhead little jig.
Yeah, Poppy, I still got the moves.
Come on, baby. Look at that.
But yes.
Okay, let's jump to AEW.
Let's jump for...
Before we hop up out of here.
Yeah,
oh, man, AEW is, man, that's better than fucking Springer, man. What else you need, man? Fuck the card. go to the fucking scrim, nigga. We'll see what's popping.
Boy,
Niggas getting down, fighting.
Yeah, but that's not. But
CM Punk finally want to fight. Come on, man, let's go, baby. Let's go.
And I'm not trying to bury the lead here, but side note, the show itself was great.
Yeah.
Show itself was great. It's been
yeah,
overshadowed. Shout out to MJF's return. Called that one, by the way.
That's cool.
But fuck all that. Fuck all that. Let's go.
Like I shit on Buffalo.
Yeah, shit on Buffalo.
Who's that guy like Buffalo when we talked to her that day?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Well, not Marcus. What the hell got to do? I'm sorry, dog. He's the only Buffalo fan we got.
No, you don't Buffalo, man. We forgot his name.
Sorry. We in the moment, man.
We'll remember later.
We'll get it later.
We get it later. But yeah, we just get to the media scrum. We talk about.
Let's jump to that.
Yes. So as you know, as the resident CM Punk fan in around these parts,
Word.
CM Punk decided to be CM Punk and say a few things that on the surface seem mean, but deep down are probably true. I'm not even talking about the whole Coca Banner thing.
Which is, I was there because I first found out, it wasn't the first time I found out they were not cool no more. When I first found out, like, really? They ain't cool no more?
Like,
and nobody knew because Punk wouldn't talk about it.
yeah.
And I know Coca Banner may say it, but I don't listen to Coca Banner anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, I met Coca Banner. He's a pretty cool guy. But, you know, I did make a point to not mention Punk when I met him.
But he got to count his mama's name, so we're good.
Right, but whatever, right. That shows back out with
That shows exactly what kind of person.
Yeah. So,
Hey,
whatever. But he's been quiet about this.
That was a dig right there.
That was a huge one.
Yeah.
But the main thing was apparently Punk has issues with the EVPs of AEW.
Which are?
Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks. It's three. And particularly one of the top stars of the company, Adam Page, who I am a fan of.
He's not EVP.
You know, but he's just one of their main.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
One of
He's one of their boys.
He one of their homegrown guys, yeah.
One of their guys.
And he decided to air his grievances. I like it. While there's a part of me who thinks like this is probably just still some sort of work and it ain't gonna be like that big of a deal. But oh no. The shit he said about, you know, these motherfuckers is childish and
I work with a bunch of kids.
Bunch of kids. What's also funny is that he also called out Dave Meltzer. and Dave Meltzer showed his true colors once again earlier this week about this shit too.
Tucked his damn tail.
Yeah, exactly. He said all this shit with Tony Khan sitting next to him like,
Tony like,
oh shit. So anyway, he gets to these comments, you know, he's got children. What did I ever do to deserve to be talked about this way by a dumb fucking empty-headed fuck like Hangman Adam Page, who goes into business for himself and blah, 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 woo, woo, woo. And apparently this incenses Kenny and the Young Bucks to the point that they stepped upon.
so do you think that's what happened? You think they approached him? Or they just saw him in the hallway? I want to know. I really want to know how it happened.
Because if it did happen, I'm still saying if. Because you know,
this is my thing.
After the MJF thing, I'm like, yeah, this shit's work.
Right. I just think, I kind of hope it is, kind of a little bit. Just because I don't want to, But, this damn lines are always so blurred. Fucking
yeah.
Pro wrestling.
I mean,
anyway, I just don't see. You almost don't seem like they're gonna be like kind of, gun. Hey man, what's all that?
What it is?
What was all that whoop we talking about EVPs, man? Or I know Kenny ain't like that.
Yeah, I mean, them some video game playing dudes.
Yeah, so I just think I won't blame Johnny Ace. I think Ace did. He's like he was ready to fight yesterday.
Ace still.
He been somebody, so he was ready to go.
Yeah.
I just think what happened was maybe they just saw each other and Punk was like, yeah?
What about?
What? And then after that, like, everybody looking like, you gotta say something.
Like, oh.
Well, what's up?
It's kind of like, you said that she said much, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it?
And Kenny like,
yeah, what you gonna do about it?
who gonna watch this dog?
Somebody close the door.
Kenny, what, man? I think Kenny didn't do anything, man. Kenny said they got there and tried to break it up.
They still bit him.
He tried to, CM Punk brought his dog for some reason.
Yeah, because like apparently his wife was in the locker room and shit. Yeah.
The dog going crazy. He trying to hold the dog back. Trying to keep the dog bite somebody. The Ace still bite him. He's like, what the hell? And then like, for some reason, Christopher Daniels get suspended. Like, Christopher was like, what the fuck happened?
I do.
What? And some other people got suspended. Like, what the fuck?
Pat Buck was one? Not Pat Buck, but Ace Buck was one people got fucking good.
So everybody involved got fucking suspended.
And so,
They lost and they dropped the fucking trio belts. And now
Punk's not champion anymore again.
Punk's not champion.
And, you know, all the anti-AEW people are eating this shit up.
Oh, they love it.
All the anti-CM Punk people are eating this shit up.
Oh, man, they saying, people say it's all Punk's fault, he's toxic and all this and everything.
But then again, those are the people that if he cured cancer, they'd rather have cancer.
Maybe.
Because anything he does, they hate. And it's based on some shit because they're loyal to a certain wrestling promotion in Connecticut. And it's the anti-AEW people who are also loyal to a certain promotion in Connecticut. But see, all this shit falling apart, look at all this shit, you know, look how harmonious we are.
And Triple H we trust.
Yeah, and Hunter we trust and all that shit. But see, you gotta remember, AEW is a wrestling promotion, and this is a business, and the business has to be ran. So apparently they had an all hands on deck meeting.
Yeah.
And apparently that was led by Bryan Danielson, Chris Jericho, and John Moxley. 3 guys were like, look, we've seen it all, we've done it all, we can get past
Peacemakers.
it. We can get past this. I mean, let's face it. Chris Jericho beat
They
up.
really feel like some little kids. They got to bring the adults in.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Jericho's a 50-year-old man. And meanwhile, Chris Jericho beat up Goldberg, so he can't step in.
Man.
Jericho beat up Goldberg, he ain't scared of shit.
Right, you ready to fight.
Yeah.
He tried to fight Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar and shit. John, if you read Moxie's book, there ain't shit he ain't never seen or ever done. So don't let him surprise him.
Right.
And let's face it, there ain't a soul.
I think he capped though. I think some of it is just capped. Stone Cold said, man, I think he capped it.
What?
You remember that? The broken skull? He's like, it's not a cap.
What, Punk, like Shattering Skulls and shit?
No. Remember when Moxie was on the Broken Skull podcast?
Yeah.
He was like, I guess cap.
Oh, yeah. I remember. He talked about that shit too. Like,
It's so good, like, man, I think he capped.
he was like, he admitted he was not prepared for some of the questions. Because he's like, they said he wasn't going to ask me that. And it's like, but again, like, these just like, these dudes are professionals. And who fucking hates Bryan Danielson?
Oh,
And it's like, we
everybody
can,
knows him.
yeah, like, we can get past this. Apparently, William Regal was involved, and we all worship Regal anyway.
Yeah, he has a touch.
Yeah, so hell, if anybody should be EVP, should be him. But
Right. A bigger job.
yeah, but you know, we got this shit together. We can make this work. By the way, we got this one really hot talent over here that just came back. Oh my bad. And we can make this shit work. And let's get 6 weeks out of the way. We can move past this, move on, because you know,
Get this money.
and get this money. Because you know, it's Punk should be fired, and
That's stupid.
that's like he's your biggest. You gonna fire your
$1
biggest
million fucking. Come on.
That would be like in 1997, Vince fired Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Right, not because Steve Austin's next up, but your one draw is a headache. Let's get rid of him.
Oh yeah, he did a lot worse.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot worse.
a lot worse, and we know we can confirm he got his ass kicked by a certain Canadian stalwart. But that's another story.
About a couple of
And a couple of Marines in a bar, ironically in Buffalo, or Syracuse or whatever, somewhere up there. But it'd be like you gonna fire your number one draw,
The
like.
guys in him.
If he really hurt, he'll be gone for a while. Shit'll blow over, and then you just turn the shit into a storyline.
Yeah.
If it already isn't one.
It's always room for a story.
Yeah, I mean,
It's wrestling.
it's wrestling. If Ric Flair and Shane Douglas can end up working together, or if Ric Flair and Mick Foley can end up working together,
Yeah.
anybody can make shit work.
Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I mean, they can hook it out. And that was some real life animosity there.
They can sit in front of each other and talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. Record it and let JR talk about it for 3 hours.
Man, what do you think about that? Remember?
Yeah. Well,
Tell him to sit his ass down. Oh man, that was a great edit.
yeah.
Man.
But I mean, it's like it's. I mean, let's say AEW as of right now is looking a little shaky, but that doesn't mean it's the end of
A
AEW.
little shaky.
Yeah. Also, if you're really a wrestling fan, why would you want?
I think this is the best time, man.
Right? Why would you want another international promotion to fucking fall by the wayside?
It's must see right now.
Like, remember how bad wrestling got on WCW was?
It's fucking piping hot.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Vince is gone, AEW's in flux. I mean, we got all this shit popping off at the same time.
Right.
It's a good time to be sitting down on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays watching this shit.
Spend your evenings watching good old
Wrestling, you wanted the
They
attitude.
say pro wrestling in WWE.
Yeah, you wanted the attitude, everybody.
They're trying.
Yeah, shit, they let you cuss on WWE television again.
Riddle and Seth
Yeah,
Rollins
Matt got his first name back. Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins going at it and shit. So fuck it, enjoy this shit.
Hey, Riddle. Hey, Randall, you still there?
Here, there. You don't want to be here with you. Can't with your bitch ass. What'd you say, bro?
What you say?
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Fuck you up.
Although in a real fight, Riddle probably would kick his ass.
Oh, man, no problem.
He probably run his ass.
Smoke.
But again, that was some great shit.
That's great shit, yeah.
I mean, just such good shit. But you know,
That's good shit.
but in WWE news, you see the MAGA Superman made his way back. He decided to control his narrative and go back to WWE.
Oh, yeah. By Braun.
Braun, yeah.
You know why? Ka-ching.
Yeah.
Somebody had his 800,000.
Yeah, and I guess I still want to call it OSA. Omasa experiment is over. Like, we got our giant back here. You can go on back and do what you were doing.
Oh, yeah. He getting fucking. Is he jerking the curtain again?
Shit, at this point, he might just be holding it up for the guys to go out.
Damn.
Like, he ain't been on TV in a while. But yeah, look, wrestling is kind of hot again. Hell, we might be one or two major happenings away from this shit being mainstream again.
Yeah. Did you hear what Tiffany talking about Adam Shear? Did you
What
see?
did he say this time?
He didn't say anything, but did you see what Bailey said about him coming out there and wrecking all the tag teams?
Bailey said it? What'd she say?
He was like, she made like this fucked up. We could come out there and wrecking tag teams. They basically just kind of shitting on us.
Sounds about right.
He just come back all of a sudden and then like run through the Street Profits.
And like Los Lotharios?
Lost Authority. It was like three. It was like a three. It was like a
Three
four,
team, yeah, like
a four-way.
Was it a New Day? Or you know it's just tag team, gotta be New Day. But right, and some things never change in WWE.
They really don't give a shit about tag team.
Even for the wrestling historian Hunter Hearst Helmsley. But again, we digress.
There's some people came back from old NXT. People came back.
John Gargano.
Yeah. Bobby Fish is his job.
People talking shit. Bobby Fish, like
He said he'll whoop.
Punk's head, like, but you know why? Because
That's his buddy.
those are his buddies, and also he coming in the job.
Yeah,
And
I
shit.
think he can get hired back there.
Yeah, I mean, he could be a trainer if he wanted to. I mean, like,
He kind of heard it.
like somebody even said this: a Punk and Bobby Fish fall. They both be injured before the end of the first round.
Yeah, pull something.
And I like Bobby Fish. I always been a Bobby Fish fan, but it's like
You ain't gonna stick up for you boys.
he was sticking for the boys. Like he'd probably be really wanting to fight if something happened to Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole.
Yeah, he can't want some younger guys.
Yeah. So, you know,
Adam Cole ain't that old. I mean,
Adam Cole just turned 30.
I thought he was like 40.
Adam Cole's super young. Like he was like
Who am I thinking that was 40?
yeah, Bobby Fish is in his 40s.
Nobody Fisher. Who's the dude with the short head, but with the short black hair? I know it's Adam Cole. Who's the other?
Not Kyle O'Reilly, right?
No.
Roddy.
Roddy Strong.
Roddy just turned 40.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, Roddy's not that young.
Roddy Strong like 40.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but Kyle O'Reilly's my age, so.
No.
And Adam Cole is just 30, so.
Yeah, I don't know if he's old.
Yeah, they're super young, yeah.
You would think if he's just 30, man, he should be doing more.
I ain't even thinking he's in ROH for a while. Yeah, that was most of his 20s.
Man, that's all right, though.
But when he was there, ROH was what AEW is now. And then
No, it wasn't.
they were the number two guys, I mean. But, I mean,
It was just the other guys.
no, they were the alternative, but they were definitely,
number two.
they were definitely ahead of
They were
TNA.
the other guy. They were just the other guy.
Yeah, they were definitely ahead of what TNA was at the same time.
ROH is like,
And now ROH belongs to AEW. Literally. Like, they fucking own them shit.
yeah.
But then, you know, he was in NXT, and he was the guy in NXT, so. Now you probably wonder if Hunter's like, damn, as long as they took over a year earlier, they'd be the top guys now.
So AEW bought TNA, right?
No, they bought ROH.
What's TNA? Is TNA something?
Impact's still around. Hey, don't let OC say that, but yeah, Impact's still around. They still got TV and everything.
Well, what channel is it?
They're on Twitch or whatever.
Ain't a fucking channel.
People are watching. It's like
Somebody send it to us.
you ain't got a fucking channel.
It's still TV.
Yeah.
Ain't no fucking
It's
channel.
like the NWA and shit.
But I think this guy's kind of fun. Like, you know, drama always gotta make
Yeah,
sure.
I mean that's what
Because they gotta
shit.
get through the bullshit to actually do a show. So I think they're gonna put a little heat on there under everybody's ass. So they can work a little better.
Also, look at this. The top spot in AEW is open.
Yeah. Who you think gonna be next? Probably gonna be Moxley again.
I mean, he's dependable.
Yeah. He proved that.
Yeah, Moxley, Bryan, obviously, you know, it's just a matter of time for MJF is the champion. So, yeah. Think about it. He had his big return. This all overshadowed that whole shit.
He should have been talking to
He should have been talking everything. Yeah. But hey, whatever.
But, you know, he was actually out because he got hurt, right?
In jail?
Yeah.
Probably.
Cause like, he been training a little bit. He actually kind of in better shape.
Yeah. And I think he was in bad shape before.
Nah.
But
He got a little shit though. Stuck with 5'11".
Yeah, he's fairly average height for a pro wrestler.
You know, like Marky, like 6'2".
Yeah, he's actually a much bigger guy than he gets credit for.
He looking down on him.
Yeah.
Just like that. All right, man. So yeah, I mean that's.
It's been what, 3 weeks since the show?
Shit, almost 4, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop telling you how long it's been through the show.
Yeah, just pay attention.
Yeah, I know it's been fucking a while. This shit is what it is, man. It'll be 2023 before we get to season 5.
Yeah. Hopefully not. But yeah.
It is what it is. Start watching more shit. Fucking share the show. Give me some more fucking money. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? You want to motivate us? How about some money?
Where's the art? Where's the money? Yeah, shit
Yeah.
like this. But now we won't fuck with you.
Help us to listen, sell out.
We go Hollywood.
Yeah,
shit.
we're trying to go Hollywood. We're trying to write this movie, man.
Yeah, like I have a dream.
We're writing the movie, man. We need
I
some
have that one day Mr. Delicious will win a very prestigious award.
a Razzie.
Fuck it, I'll take a
I
Razzie.
just think we're making a movie.
Yeah, right. We win some really big, like we win an Emmy or some shit, and we get the show, and we don't think we're gonna win, so we just start getting lit.
Right, we gotta have it before we get too old. We can't act anymore.
Yeah, and I drink a whole bottle of Brugal. And when I do that, I just start speaking in a mad Spanish accent on stage. I'm not even on stage, I'm like at the side of the stage. I'm like, they're like, just a mic, like, I want to thank my mother, grandmother, Black Snow. I love you. And it just fall on, he's just like, it was like, we like, trying to get me in the fucking mic, man. It was like, did you know DMX died? Thank you, just dropping shit.
This is for the kids.
Yeah. And I'm just getting drug out and shit, and they just see my picture on TMZ. Big Rob was slaughtering us. I'm just like,
You tired of your podcast host telling you what to eat, telling you what to believe in, telling you where to sleep? You coming over to the business podcast.
he should night. He turns into Suge Knight. I turn into Happy Camacho. It's just what
There it is. What it is. Alcohol.
Yeah.
Brings out the best in
The best and the worst of them. Who knows?
All right, y'all, man. It is what it is. You know how it goes down when you push prize, baby. Man, first of all, of course, thank you for watching the show. Thank you for listening, watching.
Click. Don't forget Spotify, Apple. Click that QR code.
Right, get all that in, man. Yeah, we writing the movie, so working on some scripts. So give us some time to do that. Make sure YouTube gotta get that YouTube popping.
The numbers up, yeah.
The numbers up. What else we working on, big bro?
Let's see. I still feel like we should do like the room we talked about it off the air, obviously.
A little bit, yeah.
We did some fucking like this is Delicious Science Theater 3000 or some shit.
Oh yeah, we gotta do
watch random shit.
We gotta do the reviews and shit.
Fucking reaction videos and shit.
Yeah.
Everybody loves those. Yeah.
Everybody loves those. So let's go ahead and beat that dead horse. But what else? That.
Gotta do some more gaming, shit like that.
We're trying to work out the thing with the merchandise too.
Merch, yeah.
We're trying to get that good.
Actually, not to mention, I know somebody who makes stickers.
Like like stickers.
Yeah,
Okay. You know Ernst?
Which one?
The bar.
Oh yeah, Ernie, yeah.
You know me?
No, I was actually somebody else.
Oh, okay. I think those are shirts though.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ernst though. What's up, man? Okay, it's a free little shout out for you.
To the big bride, bro.
Yeah, we got to it. We got the homebody and the funny one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man, we're working on that. I guess we're gonna try to do like a trial run, man.
Yeah.
Let's see how that goes. Big Rob, you got anything else, man?
Let's see. As you know, it is Friday, so avoid the bookings, beloved.
It is Friday.
Hey,
you gotta be careful.
Gotta be careful out there.
Watch out. Don't drink and drive.
No drink and drive.
Call an Uber. Call a Lyft. Call your
Call your mama.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Call taxis. It's okay.
But don't call your ex. That's what's going on.
Yeah, she's gonna leave you out there, man. Don't trust that bitch. Anyway, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the show, man. We love y'all. Stay tuned for even more, even better stuff coming down the pipe.
Eventually.
Eventually, there you go. We working on it.
Spread that on there.
We like the last outro on every 3-6 Mafia album.
Exactly.
We working on that album. We said we working on the last 3 albums.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's coming soon.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah,
Like Quentin Tarantino movies. It's in the pipe.
That's right. It's
We're like Tarantino without the foot fetish, you know. You ain't gotta.
Yeah, I don't like feet. So.
Yeah, it's weird, but whatever.
I mean, I'm like, look. I like pretty feet. I think.
Yeah, hey, if you tell me
what's ugly feet on a woman though.
Yeah. Right. Hey, we're not talking about certain people's feet, so don't get mad at us.
I don't know. I'm talking to you.
Yeah, but if you want to put us in your next movie, Quentin, you know,
You're right.
just watching on which characters can say nigga, you might have a fan.
Yeah, man. But anyway, happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good Saturday.
You know, boom, soda.
Rest up Sunday.
You know, NFL season about to start. I know y'all about to get your teams in there, so
It's got to be on cracking.
Mr. Packer fan over here, so
Go Pack, go. All right, y'all. But anyway, man, we get out of here, man. Shit, either y'all gonna be good,
or you gonna be good at it.
and we have this thing, Visionless Podcast, Pressure Palace on the move,
Peace.
baby, and we gone.